Yesterday and today, our telephones have been jammed with newspapermen, election officials, and very worried lawyers from all over the continent. And these veterans agree with me that democracy has never seen the excitement stirred by this gentleman from Florida who calls himself, still, the winner. You'll remember, ladies and gentlemen, that on a winter's day, he picked up the phone to Georgia and said, "I just need you to find 11,780 votes, just one more than he had. Not in the ballot boxes, mind you, but somewhere in the imagination." Well, tonight, live from our very nervous studio, he's back on stage with his band of loyalists, singing the same tune that officials, audits, and courts have already called the big lie. So, fasten your seatbelts, hide your voter rolls, and keep your calculators handy. Ladies and gentlemen, the really, really big news band and their new hit single, Find Me 11,780, the really, really big lie.
The phone in the dead of the winter, says, "Brad, my friend, there's a problem with the figures. Georgia cast his ballots, counted them twice, but he calls the guy in charge and asks him, 'Can't you roll the dice? All I want to do is this.' You hear him on the line, 'I just want to find 11,780 votes of mine. One more than we have,' he says, 'because we won that state. But the certified results already sealed his losing fate.' He talks of fraud and suitcases, ballots stuffed at night. But the Justice Department, Georgia's own, all said, 'That's not right.' He calls it really big news, says the tally's all a lie. But the numbers have been audited, and they don't bend to his reply. Find me 11,780. Sing it like a desperate plea. Just one more than we have is his chorus over the wire in D. It's the really, really big lie, wrapped in free unfair disguise. When the facts say no, you lost, but he keeps dialing alibis. He swears dead folks were voting, says out-of-staters stuffed the polls. Yet his own campaign's research found only a handful of broken rolls. 4 dead voters in the whole state, not thousands like he claimed. No suitcase full of ballots, just workers legally doing their jobs well named. He blames the machines, Dominion's gears, for flipping red to blue. But internal memos and legal filings say those theories weren't true. He knows the big lie's busted, but it's still his favorite song. So he asked for votes to find instead of admitting he was wrong. He says, "All I need is 11,000, like democracy's a vending machine. Punch in the number, change the outcome, rewrite history on screen." But Georgia checked and certified, Republicans signed the page. No hidden stash of ballots, just a count that ended in stage. Find me 11,780. He sings it like a Beatles bridge, a twist and shout for phantom votes to drag him back onto the ledge. It's the really, really big lie, echoed from Atlanta to DC. Every claim that courts dismissed turned into cable news TV. We've got reports, investigations, audits on both sides of the aisle. State and federal tally showing no grand fraud, just votes in file. Fewer than 500 Never mind the state his way, yet he still belts out the big lie. Claims the win that wasn't there, pressuring officials, stoking anger, calling falsehood free and fair. Can you find me 11,780? Mate, the numbers don't comply. Can you recalculate the tally? That's not how the law gets by. Is this really, really big news? No, it's really, really big lie. Find me 11,780. It's the hook of a guilty mind. You don't ask for votes to find. If you trust the count you signed, it's a really, really big lie. Phone call chorus in the night, but ballots beat the bluster when the totals come out right. So let the really, really big news band play it loud in parody. We're not changing Georgia's numbers, we're just singing what we see. The only votes that truly matter are the ones folks freely cast. And no 11,780 can rewrite